Hello everyone. In the last tutorial, we have discussed about the interpolate function in Pandas. In this tutorial, we will discuss lock function, Iloc and lock and Iloc function in Pandas. So, what is the Iloc? Iloc or lock? Lock is a function in Pandas to access a group of row and columns by labels or Boolean array. Okay, so to access the Boolean array or to access the group of columns and row, we use the lock function. So how to use to lock function in Pandas? First, we need to import Pandas library in our Jupyter notebook, and then import a dataset, and then we apply our dataset or in data frame the iloc function. So first we need to import pandas library. So we write here pandas import pandas as pd, simply run, and then first we need to load our data frame. So because our data set in csv format, so we write here simply pd dot read underscore csv, and then pass here our data set. So where is our data set? This is my data set, iris data set. Okay, so we write here iris dot csv file because it is in csv format, and df is a variable name. We use df as a data frame. Okay, so then first we run this program. So we write here df and then run. Okay, you can see our data set is loaded, and you can see here there are spectral length, spectral width, spectral length, spectral width, and species. So now we use lock function. Okay, to access the lock function, simply we write here our data frame name as df dot lock and use square bracket. And if you know about there are so many parameters and inputs in the log function. So first you need to simply press shift plus tab, and then you can see there are so many functions. There are so many inputs. As you can see, iloc is a primary and it take a boolean array, and similarly you can see another uh, parameters or inputs as a list of array, or you can see there are so many parameters or there are so many inputs. Okay, to label our to check or to fetch the or to access the label in our data frame. So as you can see, this is the label 0 1 2 3 4 5 up to 150. So up to 150 because it start here 0, so here write 149. So if we need to access the first row, simply we write here 0, but it means the label of first row. So here we pass 0 and then press. Good. You can see here is the information about the first row as the column name, petal length, petal width, and species. So all the information about the first row, it means a label first. If you want to access, suppose the to access the information about the 148 or 149 or any row, so simply you pass here the labeled of that row. So suppose we need to find 145, so simply write 145 and then simply enter. So as you can see, the all information about the 145 row we have seen here, the spindle length, the 7.6 and all. So okay, so as you can see here, the species name is Virginica. So species name is Virginica as a column name. Okay, so in this way you can use the lock function. Now to access the multiple row or multiple row in lock function, we use the list of list. We use the list of list. So first we need to copy this and paste here. Now we pass here list of list. Okay, and suppose we need to access the first and second and third row. Okay, so simply we write here 0 comma 1 comma 2, 0 comma 1 comma 2. It means we labeled the first, second and third row. We need to access the information about the first, second and third row. So we pass here the label of that rows, and then simply enter and simply run the program. Shift plus enter. You can see the first three rows, 0 first, 0 1 and 2. The information about that row are accessed. Similarly, you can change here. Suppose we need to write here 2 and suppose 4 and suppose 10. Okay, and simply shift plus enter. So here you can see the first, second, fourth and 10th row information are accessed by this log function. Okay, now suppose we need to access the particular entry or particular value in a specific column. Okay, so for this we use simply we write here. Suppose first we need to copy this and paste here. Now suppose we need to access the 10th label. Label is 10th and column name is suppose petal width. We need to access this is 3.7. So simply we write here. First we need to write here the index or label name, suppose 10, and then write here the column name. So column name, suppose this petal width, we paste here. Okay, and then close. So this function written to 7.3. So first we need to run. So write shift plus enter. So you can see here 3.7 because the index is 10, label is 10, and the column name is petal width. Okay, so in this way we can access the particular type of entry or particular type of data in our data frame. Now if we need to if we need to access suppose a three row, and it's three rows, first three rows or last three rows or any three rows. Okay, uh, and and information related to the particular column. For this we use the slice operator. Okay, so first we need to copy and paste here this, and here we need to pass. Suppose we need to access from 0 to, and we use slice operator. Suppose 0 to 4, 0 to 4 labeled is 0 to 4, and the column name is petal width. So petal width for this we use simply log df dot log and use slice operator 0 to 4 and petal width. Okay, so we need to first we need to run. So shift plus enter. Okay, you can see the labeled is 0 to 4 and the corresponding elements in the data in our data frame petal width. So with this help you can use you can access any type of information from in our data set. In the log function we can use the conditional operator. So first we need to suppose call our data set df, and then we use the condition operator. Condition operator use how to use condition operator. So simply first we write here df dot log, and then write here df and the class name and the name of suppose this the column name right here. Suppose we need to copy this petal width, special width. So copy and then paste here with the inverted comma. Okay, now we write here, suppose we need to less than, we use condition operator less than, suppose less than 5. Okay, so as you can see here, less than 5, only those value print which is less than 5. Okay, so simply run this program with shift plus enter. Okay, you can see here in this, in our data set, print only those value in the petal length, only for those value which is length is for less than 5. As you can see, all are less than 5 up to 4.9. Okay, now we will discuss about iloc. So iloc function used to access the data with the help of their as you can see in the lock function, we access the particular the row and column with the help of their labels. But in the iloc function, we use the number to access the row and column in our data frame. So iloc and lock function used to access the desired data in our data set, as you can see in the lock function, and you will see, you will see in the iloc function, we access the rows and columns with the help of their numbers. So ultimately you can see we use the lock and iloc function to fetch or to access the desired data. So we write here in comment with the help of hashtag iloc, and simply we run as a heading. Okay, and then run. So it is a iloc. So to use the iloc function, simply we write here our data frame name df dot iloc. Okay, and the square bracket, and pass the integer value. Here there are so many inputs as we have used in the lock function. Similarly, we use in iloc function, but one is different, is the we take as a input as an integer value. So suppose we write here 0, so it means it return the 0th position row, or the the number is 0. It means when we use the log function, 0 is a label, but here 0 is the integer. So it return the first row information about the first row. If you write in systematic way, simply we copy this and paste here. Simply you paste here this, sorry, but we need to copy and then paste, and simply write here the list of list. Okay, now enter. You can see the first row. Okay, it means we pass here the integer, and if you need to pass here suppose 5, so it return the fifth value. Okay, the number 5, the all values are in the number 5. Okay, so similarly we can use the iloc function as we have discussed in lock function. So I hope it is clear of you. If you have any type of query, please write in comment section, and if you like this, please hit like button and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.